Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who didn't go on a second date. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. He took it out, and I don't mean this in a funny, unexpected way, although I suppose it is that. I mean, he leaned across the table and whispered, "I'm out." I said, "Excuse me?" For some reason, my first thought was out of the closet. He said, "Out, under the table. Look under the table." And like an idiot, I looked. Then he said, "That's what you do to me." I said, "This is what you do to me," and I left. I'm a people pleaser, so to this day, I'm proud of myself for walking away in the middle of dinner. That's freaking disgusting. While you guys like eating, what was he thinking? Like he thought that was like a good pickup line? This guy obviously watches too much, you know, like, excuse me, that's not how it works. What are you doing? All right. I picked her up and she asked me if we could stop by her mom's house so she could run in and grab something. I said, sure. Made the stop. She went inside. 5 minutes later, she comes out hustling towards the car with a car seat and her mum chasing after her yelling. She opens the car door and throws the car seat, which I now see has a baby in it, and starts yelling at me to drive. I freaked and just turned my car off and took the keys out of ignition. Her mum called the cops and they came and questioned all of us for a good while. Turns out she had lost custody due to drug use and was trying to use me as a way to get a kid back. We never made it to dinner and I just went home after the cops left. Wow, good on this person for stopping, honestly. Like, even the pressure didn't get to him. These people are ballsy, honestly. They would use their first date to do things like this. What the hell? And I can't even make eye contact with someone I like. He tried to change my order with the waitress because I didn't order what he'd recommended. Ew. Why do they want you to order what they order? Or want you to eat what they order for you? Like, what if I'm allergic to that? Remember the story when the guy ordered this girl salad and she didn't want it? And then he told the waitress to come back to better give her the salad? Yo, that's crazy, man. He used his pocket knife to cut me a slice of cake and later scraped some dirt clumps off of his shoe with the same knife. I asked him if he ever cleaned his knife and he replied, no, why? He also confessed that he was madly in love with me the same day. We had just met. Freaking disgusting. That's why you don't trust anybody with anything. Who knows what else he used that knife on? Huh? People? But yeah, it's always these kind of guys. I'm so in love with you. I want to have your babies on the first date. They're crazy. Met a girl at a friend's party. We were both in our mid-20s. Ended up spending 3 hours talking and she was so funny, charming, gorgeous and carefree. I asked her out and got a wonderful "I would love to" from her. I show up about 4 days later at the restaurant she picked, one within walking distance of her place. She arrived about 5 minutes later. Nice place, I say as I get a chair for her. Since it's close, do you eat here often? She scowls and responds, you know, you ask too many effing questions. I was floored. Everything continued downhill from there. Within about 20 minutes, she just got up and left. I felt as if she had failed to tell me the other night that she had an evil twin, and that's who showed up this evening. Later, when I ran into my buddy, I asked what the heck was up. Oh yeah, he said, she's a piece of work until she gets a few drinks in her. Then she's adorable. Thanks. Thanks a lot, buddy. So she needs to drink to be a nice person? Or like to feel good, and that's why she's nice? What? I didn't even know that was a thing. I always thought if someone is like crazy drunk, then they're just always terrible. I didn't know it could be like the opposite way too, where you're mad until you're drunk. Oh, I guess. That's actually scary at the same time. Like thinking someone is such a cool person and so nice, and then the next day they're just terrible. The switch up. That's crazy. I went to dinner with a girl who I'd been crushing on for quite some time. It seemed to be going well, and we ended up back at her place, watching a movie or something. Out of nowhere, her boyfriend, of whom I was not aware, came back from out of town and stopped in unexpectedly. He and I had a super awkward conversation for a few minutes, and then the two of them just disappeared into another room for a minute or two. He came back and said something to the effect of, I don't have a place for you, I'm sorry. I just kind of got in my car and drove home with one of the strangest feelings that I've ever felt. At some point, a few minutes into the journey, I couldn't contain myself and bursted out laughing. What did they talk about for a minute inside the room? Him or me? And then what? She was like, yeah, I don't have room for you in my heart. And she's clearly cheating. Huh? Dude, the boyfriend Are you crazy? Why are you staying with someone like that? Like, think about it like this. Someone cheated on you, right? Even if you forgive them, can you marry them? Can you see your whole life with them knowing that they cheated on you? Because it's way easier to get out of a relationship now than after you guys get married. So it's always that question. Can you marry someone that cheated on you? If your answer is a no, then just leave them. Honestly, not worth it. The guy told me he would still be together with his kid's mom if she had apologized for what she did wrong. Out of curiosity, I asked, what did she do wrong? Was expecting something like she cheated, you know, something that actually needed apologizing for. Nope, apparently she kept nagging one day and wouldn't shut up. So he tied her to a computer chair and went out for 3 hours and left her there. I said it doesn't sound like she was the one who needed to apologize and left. Good that he told her that, because what the hell? Why does he think that's okay? And he wants her to apologize to him. Told me that aliens cause jet lag and that I have the ghost of a fisherman following me around named Samuel. Oh. Okay. Sounds like a good drama plot take. She kept talking about the emergency dick she had stashed around the city. She was like, I've been really busy with grad school, but I don't go without. I have plenty of emergency dick around town. And when I say she kept going on, I meant she kept going on. She was telling me about 2 guys downtown, 3 in the suburbs, 1 near campus, and 2 in her apartment complex. It honestly sounded like I was new to town and she was giving me a rundown of all the best places to visit. Just weird. She also said she had a virgin heart. What the hell? How many people she got in line, yo? Does she just go around telling everyone this? Like, I have so many guys, but I'm a virgin at heart. Asked when I would get a real career. I love what I do. I'm a union stagehand in a major entertainment city. I have been in my industry for over 20 years. Toured the country, toured the world, make a comfortable living. Yeah, no, that's pretty demeaning and I'm out. That is the worst thing you could say on a date. Like, someone's doing what they love and they can survive off of it. Just because they're not working a 9-to-5 job like you doesn't mean it's not a job. One was the time I took this girl to dinner and she could not stop staring at a waiter. I'll grant her one thing, I'm a guy and can admit this guy was probably totally hot for anyone who prefers men. Square-jawed and muscled college athlete type, I get it. But I didn't appreciate that she literally craned her neck every time the kitchen door swung open to see if he was walking out. Eventually, I gave her enough cash to pay for my part of the meal, told her I'd noticed, as though I couldn't have, suggested to her that she could get his contact information when she paid the bill and left. Wow, what a good guy this guy is, honestly. The guy's literally doing their job. Like, don't make it uncomfortable for them. Holy, even if they're hot, just eat and go, okay? Just admire them, just eat and go. Seriously, don't make it hard for them. Nothing obvious or overt, but from the minute we sat down to eat, the hair on the back of my neck stood up and I felt unsafe. He was polite, listened, very polished, but could not shake that feeling. I drove to the restaurant to meet, so he did not know where I lived. After dinner, he asked for another date, and I just said no, I don't think we are a good match. Gave him money to pay for my half. Said goodbye when I got to the door, turned around, and he was staring at me with an expression I never hoped to see again. I ran to my car, moved it to another spot, and waited until he left before I left so he could not follow. Restaurant was on an isolated road, so that was safer than having him catch up to me. Found out about a year later he was sent to prison for the assault and rape of 2 women. It happened on first dates. Never used a dating site again. Damn. They got that feeling from someone who was just very nice, very polished, and just listened to them. That's crazy. I was newly out and I had a crush on her for ages, so when she asked me out, I was so excited. She was pretty, smart, very laid back, and had a great sense of humor, so things were going great initially. End of the date comes around and she very casually drops the bomb on me that she's involved in an open investigation for vehicular manslaughter. She even hinted that it was purposeful and did not seem regretful. That was the end of that. What the hell? Like, these people do be crazy, man. She's like, I actually did it on purpose. Like, what the hell? They think it's funny or something? Like, what? You being a villain ain't cool, okay? It ain't like the movies. Wow, and the crush just goes down the drain like that. It's like you like someone, like you have a crush on someone, and then you just have like all these imaginary thoughts about them and what your life could be like together, and then you actually get to know them and they're just a bum, just not what you imagined at all. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!